Hey, I was want to make a video help people who are working out and trying to build muscle, but they're kind of like getting bad signals from the fitness industry. Like, let me put fit guy 2025. Let's see what photo comes up, right? So let's look at this stuff, right? I mean, these people are not what normal people look like, right? They're not. And even this photo is showing that this guy was deficient and now he's super jacked. And everyone's trying to sell you on the fact that this is such a great thing, right? I feel like physiologically, yes, weight training is awesome. But I think this whole idea of a genetic max and the fact that more muscle is always better is inaccurate. I think that after a certain level of weight training, that eating all this protein to maintain large gains, if you can even do it, is actually hurting you and not helping you. And so while you may have bigger muscles, you're actually physiologically weaker. So I'm going to use Chat GPT and see if it can give me some evidence for that. So let's see. Is there any research that after a certain point, gaining more muscle through weight training and eating more protein and calories actually makes you physiologically weaker and reduces your lifespan? See what it says. Okay. Let's see here. Diminishing or negative returns. Okay. Moderate muscle mass strongly associated with better health outcomes. Okay. Very high levels. Okay. Could stress cardiovascular and metabolic systems. Okay. Let's see here. High long-term intake is linked with higher IGF levels, promote aging and cancer. High protein intake associated with higher risk of cancer and mortality. Constant surplus, accelerated aging. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. It says, is the general principle that if you constantly have to eat more calories than your body wants for maintenance, it actually causes a lot of stress to maintain or build this additional muscle, and that stress damages your body, makes it more likely you will get cancer and other diseases, and ultimately reduces your lifespan. See if it says. It says it's supported by general evidence from physiologically agent research and epidemiology. All these extra calories does create systemic stress, contribute to cancer, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and reduce lifespan. Okay, so you can look at it yourself, but chronic inflammation, this all makes sense. Basically, here's the principle, right? So, let's go back to that image and let's dissect it a little bit. Okay? Let's say skinny before after. Okay? Let's take a look at. Oh, I forgot to say something kind of skinny. I'm too skinny there. This is a good one. This guy here looks really quite fit. And he looks like someone who does weight training. You would not get a body like this without some weight resistance. He's probably a naturally skinny guy, and he doesn't weight training. He doesn't bulk up that much, but his body is quite fit and it looks muscular. He's not emaciated. He's kind of strong. This is probably his genetic happy point, right? So physiologically here, he's getting the benefits of the weight training, the additional strengthening of his muscles. He has, for his body, kind of a muscly build, although he's very lean, so he's getting all that benefit. He's not losing muscle mass because he's weight training. So this guy is doing great in 2024. The additional mass he gained in 2025 through eating more and maybe weight training more past a certain healthy amount. I don't know exactly what he did. I hope he didn't do steroids, but I don't know. The point is, 2024 him was great. Physiologically, he was optimal. He made himself less healthy by gaining this additional muscle that didn't add any value. It just, as we saw from this research, it added stress and it predisposed him to cancer and all kinds of things. It just makes sense. Here's the general principle, right? Fitness industry is selling you on what it wants to sell you on to make money from protein shakes, and they want you to eat weird crap that makes you bulk up. And then even they don't always tell you if they really gain that muscle through simply eating more chicken and protein and working out more. And you don't know if they use steroids or not. No one's going to tell you that, right? So regardless of all that, basically the principle is super simple. When your body, respect your body, right? If you do a good weight training routine 2 or 3 times a week and you're eating a healthy diet and you're getting enough protein that it's at the level that the FDA, whatever, says is good, and you feel healthy, you're done. You're done. Like, you're done. You've optimized your health. When you try to achieve these fake bodies online that are the result of all kinds of unhealthy things that make you less healthy ultimately, you're damaging your body. The additional muscle isn't adding value. It's adding net new negative value to your long-term health, your predisposition to cancer, all the things that Chat GPT is coming up with. There are studies like Levine et al. 2014. Like, it's all here. It's based on research. Smart people, smart scientists have studied this. But the fitness industry does not want you to know these things because they will not make as much money on these products, whether it's fitness routines or protein or whatever they're trying to sell. People who are in the fitness industry, bodybuilders and such, don't want you to believe this because they lose their value, and then they're seen as excessive and actually a poster person for negative health outcomes. They don't want that. They don't want that reputation. So they're never going to say this is good. But here, this is one person telling you that it isn't just that you're beautiful the way you are. It's that you're actually reducing your lifespan and making yourself less healthy by trying to achieve this body here. This body here is awesome. This is your optimal body. This is what optimal body looks like. The industry and marketing of 2025 is never going to validate that. But you're a smart person if you're watching this, and use your brain. And marketing is meant to make rich people rich. It's not meant to make you healthy. Capitalism is not your friend, right? It's not there to improve you. It's to make a very small subset of humans very rich at the expense of everyone else, at the expense of you. So please watch this video and take care of yourself. Love yourself. Be very smart and look at the research as to whether or not these behaviors are making you more healthy or actually making you less healthy. And be very discerning by who is giving you advice. Is their advice supported by brilliant professors of physiology, metabolism, all these things, fitness, kinesiology, whatever? And, be smart and understand that if you do the basics in balance, you've created an optimal body, optimal health. Enjoy that. Don't worry how other people think that you're too skinny, you're too weak, whatever. Play to your strengths of your genetics. Play to your genes. Don't try to be something you're not. And don't damage your body in the process. All right. Bless you. Hope you have a wonderful journey in your fitness and your exercise and your nutrition. I will do the same. Love to know your comments on this. And just please try to be respectful if you're going to give me comments, but I want to know what everyone thinks. All right. Have a great one. Bye. And in the bottom, there's some links to some of my meetups and other channels and products based on cognitive science for UX. And if you're interested, I'd love for you to check them out. Awesome.